Hi friends, it is Tuesday, April 2nd. We just had our Board of Supervisors meeting. We started at about 9:05 and ended at 1:57. So it's a long meeting, lots of conversation, not a ton of real substantial votes, but I think the conversation was good. We have a few updates. So I am the honorary chair for this year's National Alliance on Mental Illness Walk on Saturday, April 6th at Kennedy Park, Fiesta area, 3700 South Mission Road. Please join in support for those impacted by mental illness and help promote the importance of mental health care and support. Visit NAMI, www.namiwalks.org for more information and to sign up. I'll see you there, I hope. We also have the PAC, Pima Animal Care Center, is hosting a canine resource fair on Sunday, April 7th from 10 to 1 at the Quincy Douglas Library, 1585 East 36th Street. There will be entertainment, family resources, food, adoptable pets, and people have the chance to receive a free collar and tag. As a note, there will be no veterinary services available, so please do not bring your pets. I know, that's sad, but it's an important resource fair. And then Barrio Hollywood neighborhood meeting will be Thursday, April 4th from 6 to 7:30 at the west bank of the Santa Cruz River, south of Speedway. This is an event that it's just trying to get more people involved in the association, and D5 will be there and will be helping out with a couple of things. So today is Audrey Jimenez Day in Pima County, and I was so excited for that proclamation. I am a huge fan of Audrey. I think that she is such a wonderful example of young people doing great things. She identifies herself as a Southside girl, which I do too. So it was just really great to finally meet her in person after just being so proud and sharing all of the posts of all of her amazing accomplishments. There were a couple other proclamations. We had 5 total. Arts and Culture Week, Week of the Young Child in Pima County, Fair Housing Month, and Sexual Assault Awareness Month. And today is also Wear Teal Day. So meetings, we had, regarding the meeting, we had 12 speakers for call to the audience, most of whom targeted actual items that we were voting on as, something that's important, which I appreciated. We had an item on the duplication of Pima County programs and services. And one of those that I think is really interesting, Supervisor Lee brought this item forward and we've been discussing it. She was wanting to know, and I think it's a note, I think it's worth discussing, especially since we're in this time of budget cuts, why we're funding Job Path, Sun Corridor, MEC, some of these programs that are general fund projects, they're going out, and we have some services that might, at least on paper, look like a duplication. We have some outside agencies that do the same thing. So I think it's a good discussion to have, and we're going to have some information from Supervisor or Administrator Lesher coming back, and thank you to Supervisor Lee for bringing that up. We have the Blue Ribbon Commission, a discussion, and really what the direction was pretty clear is that the only thing that we have oversight of here on the Board of Supervisors, we can advocate for a lot of things, we can demand a lot of things, but the facility is a Pima County facility, and we have grave concerns about the condition of the facility, especially considering its age. Supervisor Lee and Supervisor Hines both commented on the condition of the facility, and so we asked Administrator Lesher to have facilities go out there and do an assessment and discuss why some years the facility is under the Sheriff's Department and other years it's under Pima County, and just kind of understanding that. And then we had a really I think good discussion about the budget and the situation that we're in now. We had an update on asylum seeker funding. We received or will receive 12.7 million. That should take us through September 30th. But the amount of people crossing the border is less. And so hopefully that will mean that obviously we're going to be spending less, and we're going to be looking at ways to make every dollar stretch as much as possible. And that might mean looking at the vendors that we work with, which would provide the food and the showers. If there's another way to do that a little more effectively, we're going to look for that. We discussed the opioid settlement funding. That was an item brought forward by Supervisor Scott. There's about $48.5 million there that we can dedicate to prevention, intervention, other programming. But we're trying to work with the city collaboratively to do a more regional approach, and we're hoping that we're going to have an intergovernmental agreement very soon. We've been working on that for quite some time now. Our county attorney came forward requesting some funding from the Board of Supervisors. She kind of discussed this with our county administrator, and the recommendation from our county administrator was, an additional $660,000 roughly for the end of this fiscal year, which would allow the county attorney to solidify offers for several employees that were sort of waiting on that allocation and deal with some compression. Next year would be another $660,000 and the budget authority for over special revenue funds. But I also think that it's important to note that this is going to have an impact on public defense services and how we're going to address the compression there, because we want to make sure that throughout the county, all attorneys, anyone that is in the same like position, whether they work in an elected official's office or not, is receiving fair compensation. So it's going to be something that is going to be brought up. We accepted the presidential preference canvas, and that was a 5-0 vote. And then we approved the Pima County Treasurer appointment process. Initially, our treasurer, Beth Ford, wanted just to simply appoint her deputy, but we're going to go ahead and go through a process through the League of Women Voters, and that item passed 4-1. So the League of Women Voters will create a forum. There are 3 candidates, Ray Carroll, John Christopher Ackerley, and Patty E. Davidson, that applied, and we'll be going through this process. That item passed 4-1 with Supervisor Hines voting no. Today, my father announced his diagnosis of cancer, and he is fighting very hard. I want to thank everyone so much. And very quickly, as soon as the announcement went out, I started getting messages on social media and direct texts from phone calls. I missed a lot of phone calls during our board meeting of people just sending well wishes. I want to thank you so much. I know that my father appreciates it. We all appreciate it, his family, and we appreciate your prayers, good wishes, and privacy to just go through this treatment process and come out victorious in the end. So thank you so much to everyone for all of their support. Thank you for keeping up with Pima County politics. Stay safe, my friends.